gonna try it. This ain't really good knowledge. I made it to the highest storm. Feeling tall like they fed me to the lions. Before my time, so I can wind down like a Myers. I show them how I got this grind down like a science. It sounds like a riot, it's so quiet. The only thing I hear is my heart. I'm inspired by the challenge and I find myself standing out of pocket. The move like a wise warrior and not a coward. You can't escape. It is the beat that you respect the fate. That's why the highest frequency is what I make it take. You came to celebrate. I came to celebrate. I hate losing. I refuse to make the same mistakes.
Good afternoon and Happy New Year. Welcome to Altero's Gym on the beautiful campus of Montana State University, Billings. Tonight's second game features the Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks versus your own MSU Yellow Jackets. Let's meet this afternoon's starting lineups. First for the visiting Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks. 5'5" senior guard, number 3, Jordan Pinson. 5'6" junior guard, number 11, Emma Clark. The 5'8" junior guard, number 20, Cami Kanishka. The 6' sophomore forward, number 22, Lloyd Wade. And 6'1" junior forward, number 24, Claire Eubanks. The Nighthawks are coached by Steve Steele and assisted by Stacy Lukasavage and Talis Jordana. And now for your MSU Yellow Jackets. 5'8" sophomore guard, program in the lobby for just $5. It's filled with behind-the-scenes stories, team rosters, and more. Check it out. Foul number 24, Claire Billings. Kate Clark and Hannah Castleton in for the Nighthawks. Skylar Patton for the Yellow Jackets. Fouls on number 11, Emma Clark, Chloe Williams, and Taryn Shelley in for the Jackets. House number 23, John C. Davis. There it is. Fouls number 14, McKenna Castledine. Natalie and Grace in the game for the Jackets. Number 3, Jordan Pitson in for the Nighthawks. Foul number 33, Madeline Andreas. Number 24, Claire Ewings in for the Nighthawks. Number 12, Annalyn Honor will shoot free throws. Fouls number 2, Kate Clark. Deanna Boyce at the line, she'll shoot 2. Boy Wade and Ellie Brandon also in the clock. Candy Kanishka in for the Nighthawks. Jordan Pinsey for 3. number 22, Lloyd Wade. Claire Eubanks in the box. Carrie Ann Kunkel at the line, shooting 2. Karen Shelley in for the Jackets. Foul number 30, Leonie Boyce. Lloyd Wade will shoot 2. Number 14, McKenna Castledine in for the Nighthawks. Fouls at number 11, Emma Clark. Courtney Nelson in the line, shooting 2. Chloe Williams in for the Jackets. Yellow Jacket Athletics would like to thank our corporate sponsor, Billings Tech Guys. Billings Tech Guys is your locally owned and operated technology headquarters. From smartphones to smart homes, they cover it all. Visit their store location at 2341 Broadwater Avenue. For all your tech needs, think Billings Tech Guys. Fouls on number 5, Aspen Geesey. Jordan Pinson at the line, shooting 1.
Jordan Pinson, a chance to cut this back to a 3-point lead. Should be an inbound.
Number 2, Kate Clark in for the Nighthawks. Aspen Geesey for 3. Fouls on number 24. Iani Boyce at the line, shooting 2.
Billings, Aspen Geesey right behind you. Second free throw, probably good. Boyce to
Jamal. Natalie Andreas, Corey Williams, and Terrence Shelby for the Jacks.
everybody has except Zahn, still out with the injury.
Ken Castle dining in for the Nighthawks. Shaughnessy Davis in for the Nighthawks. Basketball star. Foul number 23, Shaughnessy Davis. McKenna Castledine in for the Nighthawks.
Next to Billings in white, up by 6.
By Star. Shayla Montague and Carrie Kunkel for the Jackets. Cami Kanishka for Northwest Nazarene. Foul number 14, McKenna Castledine. Foul number 5, that's from DC. Media timeout. New this year, fans, is Wendy's Buckets for Biscuits. For all home games, if the Jackets score 72 points or more, you'll get a free bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with any purchase from Wendy's. No coupon is necessary. Just head to any area Wendy's during breakfast hours in the next 48 hours and mention Buckets for Biscuits and get your free biscuit. Yanni Boyson for the Yellow Jackets. Timeout. Skylar Patton in for the Jackets. Foul number 2, Kate Clark. Skylar Patton at the line shooting 2.
Left here before halftime. Caltero's Gymnasium, Saturday afternoon basketball.
Anna Lynn Bonner and Danica Starr in for the Nighthawks. Terrence Shelley in for the Jackets. Ellie Friend in for the Nighthawks. All tied up at halftime.
Really Stop.
Welcome back, everybody, to Altero. It's Gymnasium and a dynamite basketball game, women's basketball, between MSU Billings and Northwest Nazarene. We're knotted at 40 coming out of halftime. And MSUB's largest lead in this one was 11 at one point. The Nighthawks wiped out that for a 1-point lead. But as I mentioned, we are knotted at 40 here at the break. Leading scorers to this point, Jordan Pinson with 10 for Northwest Nazarene. Carrie Ann Kunkel, the same total for MSU Billings. 3-point shooting, the hot start for MSUB, an early story in this one. Yellow Jackets scored their first 4 3-point attempts and then went 2 of 8 after that. Meantime, that's when Northwest Nazarene started to heat up. They're 5 of 11 for the game, are the Nighthawks. Yellow Jackets 6 of 12 overall. No player for either team really in foul trouble, so we should be settled in for a terrific second half here in matinee basketball at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Yellow Jackets will get the possession as we open the third quarter. Rebounding leaders, Danica Starr with 4, Cami Kanishka 3 for Northwest Nazarene. Carrie Ann Kunkel, Deani Boyce each with 3 for MSU Billings. And we're back in action as Aspen Giese sets up the half-court offense for MSUB. They instantly attempt to go inside, but that one's poked away, and possession to Northwest Nazarene. Nighthawks controlling it, chasing a second-half lead here after trailing by as many as 11 in the first half. Jordan Pinson with it up on top, defended by Giese. Pinson trying to work that give and go. Elbow jump shot short. Rebound to Kunkel. Here comes Courtney Nelson. Aspen Giese takes advantage of a quick first step, drives to the basket and scores. Yellow Jackets up by 2. Back the other way, Pinson finds Emma Clark. Loy Wade with it for a moment. Back to Clark. Driving, lefty, layup, deflected. They'll say no foul. It'll stay with the Nighthawks. Loy Wade, the only Montana player on Northwest Nazarene's roster. She's a Havre girl by way of Wenatchee Valley College. 6-foot sophomore, number 22 out there in black. Again from Havre, and they go right to her under the basket. Nowhere to go. She dribbles, turns, and scores. We're knotted at 42 with under 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. Full court press still on for Northwest Nazarene, and it has been effective if you're just joining us. Nighthawks have been in that press throughout the entirety of this game. Carrie Ann Kunkel driving, defended by Wade. Boyce spins inside, lefty, too hard, rebounded by the Nighthawks, and here comes Pinson. Nighthawks on the run. Pinson outside, Kanishka 3, high and off the back of the backboard, no good. Possession to the Yellow Jackets. We're tied at 43, under 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Each team trying to rebound from a loss on Thursday night. Just in time across the timeline, but deflected away as the full court press. Still effective for Northwest Nazarene. Pinson inside, Wade had a look, outside to Kanishka. She hits it. 2-point lead, the largest for Northwest Nazarene as they're still in the full court press. Courtney Nelson bumped by Pinson, and that's a quick foul, first team foul of the second half for either squad. McKenna Castledine back in for Northwest Nazarene as Shayla Montague is set to inbound for MSU Billings. Does so to Aspen Giese. Outside, Deani Boyce. Montague thought about the 3. Over to Giese. Cross court, Nelson. Carrie Ann Kunkel battling inside, calling for it. It just hasn't been there. Sets a screen for Deani Boyce, who goes to the basket. She cannot buy one as it's rebounded by the Nighthawks. Kanishka. Looked like she picked it up, and they'll say she did. Turnover. Northwest Nazarene giving it back to the Yellow Jackets. Nazarene with a 44-42 lead. Under 7.5 to play here in the third quarter. Shayla Montague inbounds, finds Nelson. Here comes that full court press. Best way to beat it's with passing, and the Yellow Jackets do. Aspen Giese sets it up to Montague. Deani Boyce, Kunkel calling for it again inside. Had position for a moment. Shot clock at 10. Giese with an open look, gives it up. Corralled by Montague. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Giese step back three. Got it! Got it. Aspen Giese, a big three-pointer, and she leads the Yellow Jackets with 14 points. Quick steal there by Courtney Nelson, and what was once a 2-point deficit within a matter of seconds is now a 3-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Good heads-up defense there by Courtney Nelson. Another steal for the Yellow Jackets. This time Giese dribbling up court. Finds Montague. Open three. No good. Off the mark. Tipped out of bounds, and they'll say possession to the Nighthawks. Each team now with a pair of substitutions. Yellow Jackets lead this one 47-44. It's been a terrific one this Saturday afternoon at Alterowitz. Yellow Jacket women trying to complete the sweep after the men beat Northwest Nazarene 54-48 in the early game today. Jordan Pinson brings it up court. Starr with it. Cross court to Kate Clark. Thinks about it. Drives. Floats. Got it. 47-46 MSU Billings, and Pinson whistled for another quick foul. I believe that's her third.
Foul number 3, Jordan Pinson.
And no, they say it's her second foul. She's picked up 2 quick ones here in the second half. Just over 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Yellow Jackets in white with a 1-point lead. Courtney Nelson in trouble as the press continues to bother MSUB, and it's another turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Pinson with it now. Here comes Davis. Tied up, and they call it a travel. Turnovers both ways for Northwest Nazarene and MSU Billings. Yellow Jackets now inbounding to Courtney Nelson. You wonder, they've been in the full court press all afternoon. That's going to be a foul call on Starr. The Nighthawks have been in a full court press pretty much the entirety of this afternoon. You wonder if they'll run out of energy. Chloe Williams, 2 free throws now for the Yellow Jackets, whose largest lead was 11 in the first half here. Northwest Nazarene out rebounding MSUB 21-14 in this one as Williams hits both free throws. Lead back to 3 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Northwest Nazarene with 14 turnovers this afternoon. MSU Billings with 10. Jordan Pinson sets up the half-court offense. Finds Kate Clark, back to Pinson. Pinson driving, has an open path to the basket. Foul call, and they whistle her for a charge. That'll be 3 fouls on Jordan Pinson, all here in the third quarter. She is the leading scorer for Northwest Nazarene, averaging about 13 points a game. Head coach Steve Steele says, let's leave her in. Or does he? Nope, she'll sub out. Pinson and Davis out for Northwest Nazarene. 5:22 left to play here in the third. MSU Billings clings to a 3-point lead. Skylar Patton with it, trying to break the full court press. Aspen Giese, it's a 3-on-2. Stops just inside the free throw line, bottom of the net. Yellow Jacket lead back to 5 at 51-46, approaching 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. That ball nearly deflected by Andreas. Castledine with it. She can hit the 3. Off the backboard, back out, collected by the Nighthawks. And then a foul whistled. I believe it's going to be on Aspen Giese. That'll be the first team foul this period for MSU Billings. 4 team fouls already for Northwest Nazarene. As we've got the media timeout, 4:54 left to play in the third quarter. MSU Billings 51, Northwest Nazarene 46. Welcome back to third quarter action on a Saturday afternoon at Alterowitz Gymnasium, campus of MSU Billings, and a good one between the Yellow Jackets and Northwest Nazarene. Big story of the third quarter, though, Jordan Pinson, leading scorer for Nazarene, has picked up 3 fouls in the quarter and is now on the bench. She's their leading scorer today and on the season. She's got 10 points today, averaging 13 this season. Nighthawks with it in black, quick whistle. Be the second team foul on MSU Billings. Yellow Jackets trying to avoid a third straight loss after losing a tournament game in Las Vegas, and then here at home by double digits to Central Washington as Star connects, cutting it back to a 3-point lead. Full court press still in full effect, tipped by Star. Skylar Patton has it, dribbles through traffic. Finds Chloe Williams, and the Yellow Jackets will set it up, or will they? Natalie Andreas for 3. Got it. Big three-pointer for the Yellow Jackets. Their lead now back to 6 with under 4.5 to play in the third. Nighthawks eager to answer, and they've done it all afternoon. Foul call there quickly, I believe, on Skylar Patton. That'll be the third team foul on MSU Billings in the third quarter. Carrie Ann Kunkel back in. She'll give Taryn Shelley a break. Mentioned earlier, Shelley starting her first game of the season. She is a senior. Longtime senior here with the Yellow Jackets. As Star turns and shoots. Another quick foul against MSUB. This one will be a shooting foul, and the fourth team on the Yellow Jackets. Foul whistled on Carrie Ann Kunkel, who just subbed in. Danica Starr with a pair of free throws, goes between the legs there. Up and off the back of the rim. 4 minutes, 11 seconds left in the third. Each team trying to avoid a second straight loss. Yellow Jackets are trying to avoid a third straight. Starr hits that one, nothing but the bottom of the net. Another substitution now. Claire Eubanks in. Second leading scorer for Northwest Nazarene this season. Nighthawks remain in the press. Yellow Jackets nearly tipped away. Aspen Giese corrals it. Finds Williams inside. Carrie Ann Kunkel leaning layup won't go, but the foul called, and Kunkel goes to the free throw line for 2. She's second in scoring today among both teams with 10 points. Jordan Pinson with 10 for Northwest Nazarene. Aspen Giese leading everybody with 16. Kunkel chasing points 11 and 12 if she can hit both. Got the first. 6-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Under 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Second free throw up and good. Make it 12 for Carrie Ann Kunkel this afternoon. The Nighthawks have had an answer for everything. Another foul call, I believe, against the Yellow Jackets. It is on Carrie Ann Kunkel, away from the ball. Next one will be shooting fouls for Northwest Nazarene, for both teams, in fact. Nighthawks inbounding under their own basket. Tipped away. Tied up, and it'll be possession staying with the Nighthawks. Courtney Nelson back into the game. Gives Aspen Giese a break. And another whistle. A foul call here offensively against the Nighthawks. So a couple of back-to-back fouls called away from the ball there, resulting in opposite team turnovers. Here comes Patton driving up court. Double team, Chloe Williams. Near the timeline, got it across. Courtney Nelson with it now, sets up the MSUB offense. Natalie Andreas works the inside. Back to Williams, top of the key, got it. Two more for Chloe Williams as the Yellow Jackets beef their lead back to 9 points. Kanishka driving to the basket, reverse layup, up and in. Pretty basket by Kanishka, 58-51. Northwest Nazarene down, forcing the turnover. They'll collect it, settle down, and cross the timeline. It's a 7-point game, 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Nighthawks go inside, twisting basket, no good. Rebound, Natalie Andreas throws it away, collected by the Nighthawks. Back inside, that's tipped away. Good defense by both teams. Cami Kanishka fires a three and hits it. Big basket for Northwest Nazarene as the Nighthawks just continue to hang around. 58-54, 2.5 to play in this one. Full court press, troubling MSUB most of the afternoon, but looks like the Nighthawks might be starting to wear down. Tough to play the full court for the entirety of an afternoon. They've done an excellent job. Skylar Patton for three, no good. Rebound to the Nighthawks. And a foul called, I believe, on Andreas. That'll be 2 free throws for Northwest Nazarene. That's the bonus. So just a moment ago, a 9-point lead for the hometown Yellow Jackets. It's been cut to 4 with a chance for Northwest Nazarene to trim it back to 2. All this with leading scorer Jordan Pinson on the bench after picking up 3 quick fouls here in the third quarter. Both these squads deep into the bench. Several players getting action early this season for each side. First free throw up and good for Emma Clark. She can cut it to 2 with this one. And does. Here comes Pinson back into the game for the final 2 minutes, 11 seconds of the third quarter. Rest assured, Steve Steele told her to be careful. Don't pick up a 4th foul. Still in the full court press, close to a 5-second violation. They get it away. Courtney Nelson across midcourt. Yellow Jackets will slow it down. Leading by 2. Conkle battling inside as she has all afternoon. Defended by Loy Wade from Havre, the only Montana player on Northwest Nazarene's roster. Deani Boyce whistled for the charge. Big turnover there for the Nighthawks as they gain control of the basketball with 1:49 left here in the third quarter and a 2-point game at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Leading scorers, Cami Kanishka with 12 for the Nighthawks. Aspen Giese leads everybody with 16 this afternoon. Giese at the top of the key defending Pinson. Conkle now defending. Spin move in the lane, up and good. We're tied once again this afternoon with 1:31 to play in the third quarter. Conkle with it. Check that, Courtney Nelson. Gets it ahead to Conkle. Forces her way inside, and another foul call against the Yellow Jackets. Kevin Wooden says there's no way the defender had position there. And the fans getting restless as well. Wow. Back-to-back offensive foul calls against MSU Billings and a chance for Northwest Nazarene to take another lead. Yellow Jackets have led for probably 85% of this game. Nazarene's largest has been 2 points. Nighthawks with 15 on the shot clock. Jordan Pinson. Tapped away by Carrie Ann Kunkel, and they call her for another foul. Free throws coming for the Nighthawks. Kevin Wooden cannot believe it. He'll send Taryn Shelley back in to give Kunkel a rest. 4 fouls now for Carrie Ann Kunkel. She is one of the leading scorers for MSUB this season, along with Deani Boyce, both averaging 11. Nighthawks have taken one punch after another, and just continue to battle. This one for the lead, no good. Second free throw coming for Claire Eubanks. 55.9 left in the third. There's another lead for Northwest Nazarene, which stays in the full court press. Impressive on how effective they've been and how full of energy they've been throughout the entirety of this game in a full court press. Boyce troubled now. Courtney Nelson with it to Shayla Montague, their leading three-point shooter. Can't get that one to go. It's deflected out of bounds by the Nighthawks. It's off Davis. It'll stay with MSU Billings. 35 seconds left in the half. Yellow Jackets trailing by 1 on their home court. MSUB with 14 turnovers in this one. Northwest Nazarene 16 as Aspen Giese is set to inbound. Finds Courtney Nelson. 17 on the shot clock. 30 left in the third quarter. Taryn Shelley. Jump shot no good. Nazarene been running all afternoon. Now going to settle it down to play for the final shot. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Nazarene in black with a 1-point lead, 59-58. Under 10 seconds now. Aspen Giese guarding Jordan Pinson. Pinson, double drive, I should say. Crossover, basket's good, and the foul. What an afternoon for Jordan Pinson. 3.2 seconds left in the third, and it's a 61-58 lead for Nazarene. Jordan Pinson on the free throw line with an attempt to make it a 4-point lead, which would be Nazarene's largest of the game this afternoon. Pinson with 12 points, no good there. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and a foul called before the buzzer. Courtney Nelson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 for MSU Billings and a chance to draw the Jackets back to within 1. No time left on the clock. We'll see if they put anything back on, even a tenth of a second. They're discussing it. I think they'll have to put some time back on. Boy, tough foul call there for Northwest Nazarene. Silly foul, really, as Nelson was at three-quarter court, trapped. But nonetheless, she'll go to the free throw line for 2 as the 3 officials discuss how much time to put back on the clock. Gives both teams a chance to huddle up. Cami Kamishka, leading scorer this afternoon for Nazarene with 12, tied with Pinson. Aspen Giese with 16, Carrie Ann Kunkel with 12 for MSU Billings. As we look at personal fouls, Carrie Ann Kunkel, Aspen Giese, each with 4 for the Yellow Jackets. Claire Eubanks has 4. For Nazarene, Jordan Pinson, it says, has 4 fouls here. I believe she's only got 3. And Shaughnessy Davis with 4, according to the online stats here. So some foul trouble for both teams. They put .9 back on the clock, which is enough time to catch and shoot. Nelson shooting 2 free throws. The first up and good, and if you're just joining us, she's in a mask for the first time this season. Broke her nose in Thursday night's game, hit the deck without any warning, and came up, got a black eye that's about the size of a softball. It's a one-point game as she hits them both through the mask and then deflects the ball out of bounds defensively. 3/10 left on the shot clock and the game clock here in the third quarter. That's not enough time to catch and shoot. You got to have four tenths of a second to be able to catch and shoot. You can deflect a shot, but you can't catch and get one off. Mathematically, that's what they say in the rule book, and there's no shot attempt. So we head to the fourth. Northwest Nazarene 61, MSU Billings 60 at Alterowitz Gymnasium. 10 minutes to play. We'll decide who wins this one when we come back. Welcome back to Saturday afternoon basketball, New Year's Eve between Northwest Nazarene and MSU Billings here at the Alterowitz Gymnasium. Yellow Jackets in white, trailing by one with the inbound. Northwest Nazarene been in a full court press all afternoon. You wonder if they'll wear down. Nelson kicks it outside to Deani Boyce. That's off target. Terrence Shelley attempts to come up with it, but it's corralled by the Nighthawks. Nazarene not afraid to run all afternoon, and again with a very effective full court press. Spinning inside, off the mark, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. They'll say Yellow Jacket basketball. 9.5 left to play in this one. Yellow Jackets trying to avoid a third straight loss. Northwest Nazarene trying to avoid two straight. Inbound to Nelson. Here comes the full court pressure. Can dribble out of it, goes cross court. Chloe Williams in trouble. Boyce needing help. Williams comes to her, but she throws it away. Here comes Jordan Pinson. Stops, elbow jumper, good. At a 3-point lead for Northwest Nazarene off the turnover. Still in a full court press. Courtney Nelson hassled at midcourt before the foul is called on McKenna Castledine. If you're just joining us, the Yellow Jackets at home led this one by as many as 11 in the first half, now trailed by 3. Northwest Nazarene's largest lead today has been 4. Inbound, Chloe Williams to Terrence Shelley. Another quick foul call, this one on Starr. Danica Starr with her 4th foul. Several players in foul trouble early in this fourth quarter for both teams. Starr is one of them, as she'll sit down with 4 fouls. Emma Clark replaces her as the Yellow Jackets inbound to Carrie Ann Kunkel. To Terrence Shelley, who muscles inside, gets the basket in front of her own bench. It's a 1-point game. Yellow Jackets back to within 63-62. Starr for 3. No good off front rim. Still in a full court press are the Nighthawks. Not nearly as rough though. Williams pressured, but gets it up court. Shelley again, left-handed baskets, good for the MSUB lead. 64-63 Yellow Jackets. 8.5 to play in this one. It's a quick 4-0 run to start the quarter. Jordan Pinson. Jump shot just inside the 3-point line, rebounded by Starr, and a foul called, I believe, on Chloe Williams. One of the few players in this game not in foul trouble.
Fouls number 11, Chloe Williams.
That's just her first of the game. Two quick team fouls for Northwest Nazarene, one for the Yellow Jackets as Starr heads to the free throw line. That patented between the legs to start the free throw. Up and short off the front rim, but bounces in. Tied at 64, 8:14 to play. Starr, second free throw. Also off the front rim, but crawls over the edge, and it's back to a 1-point lead for Northwest Nazarene. Starr sits down with 4 fouls. They don't want her to pick up that 5th and get eliminated on defense. Full court press back into effect for Northwest Nazarene. Carrie Ann Kunkel across midcourt. Hassled. And a foul finally called on Loy Wade, the Havre native.
Foul's number 22, Loy Wade.
That's her 3rd of the game. Montague to inbound. They're going to try to get it to Terrence Shelley down low. She's got back-to-back makes for the Yellow Jackets. Inside, you can make it 3 in a row for Terrence Shelley. Instant offense for the Yellow Jackets. What a big gain for them to regain her on offense after sitting out all season in a boot to this point. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Courtney Nelson. Yellow Jackets nursing a 1-point lead, 66-65, coming up on 7.5 left. Shelley with it now on top. Carrie Ann Kunkel down low. Defended by Wade. Kunkel throws it up, no good. Rebounded by the Nighthawks. Corralled by Emma Clark. Here they come in black, trailing by 1. Stolen by Chloe Williams. Into the backcourt, Nelson diving onto the court. In a face mask. Back the other way, the Nighthawks will slow it down. Courtney Nelson going to be whistled for a baseline foul. Won't be a shooting foul, but the second team on MSUB. That's Nelson's first foul of the day. Giese comes back in to give Terrence Shelley a rest. So Shelley scored the last 6 MSUB points. We'll see what they do for offense now. The bigger concern may be defense. Inbound, quick catch and shoot. Basket's good by Kate Clark. It's punch, counter punch this afternoon at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Full court press, Aspen Giese under duress. Finds Shayla Montague. Unloads it to Williams, back to Montague. Nelson, 3-point attempt. Off the front rim. Giese, fouled from behind by Kate Clark. What an afternoon of basketball here at Alterowitz Gymnasium. The men went right down to the wire before MSU Billings captured at 54-48. Now the women trying to make it a sweep, but trailing by 2 with 6:50 left in the 4th quarter. Williams inbounds to Kunkel. Thought about the elbow jump shot. Spins inside. Instead gets the basket to roll. Tied at 68, approaching 6.5 to play. Pinson fires outside. Clark for 3. Short. Rebounded by Williams, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Nighthawks. Coach Kevin Wooden wanted over the back on that. He wanted a foul on Northwest Nazarene. Not going to get the call. Pinson will inbound for Nazarene. Tied at 68. Hard screen there. 3-point shot, no good. It's back-to-back 3-point attempts for Clark, who can't connect on either. This one goes to the Yellow Jackets. Inbounded to Nelson. Again, Nazarene has been in this full court press, just relentless all afternoon. Still at it. Montague, cross court to Giese. Chloe Williams will slow it back up to Courtney Nelson. Back to Williams. Kunkel says, throw it across court. I'm looking for position. They do. They get it outside to Giese. Here comes Kunkel on the inside. That's what she wanted. Back to Giese. Layup. Good off the glass. MSUB with a 4-0 run. Back to a 2-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. We're under 6 to play. Emma Clark with it. Another 3-point attempt, and that one's good. Kanishki connects. And a steal nearly by Nazarene, but a big basket by Kanishki as Northwest Nazarene regains the lead. Neither team giving an inch in this one. All sorts of players in foul trouble. 5:35 left. Yellow Jackets inbounding, trailing by 1. Steve Steele keeps his Nazarene. Nighthawks in the full court press. Yellow Jackets beat it there. It's Giese. Taryn Shelley back into the game. Chloe Williams can hit that three. She's instant offense and defense. Shelley, elbow jumper, feeling it. Another basket for Taryn Shelley, starting for the first time this season. 72-71 MSUB. 5 minutes to play. Shelley on defense. Late whistle there. Shelley looked like she knew it was a foul well before the whistle was blown, but Shelley has not seen a lot of minutes in this game, so it's only her first personal foul. And that's huge for MSUB because that's been a giant part of the Yellow Jacket offense. Shelley's got 8 points in this fourth quarter. Loy Wade, the Havre native, at the free throw line for 2. No good. Those legs may be starting to wear down after applying the full court pressure all afternoon for Northwest Nazarene. Wade's second shot up. That one's good. We're tied at 72. Clark out of the game. Giese to inbound. Finds Nelson. Suffocating defense. Here comes Aspen Giese. Blows right through it. Finds Williams. Thought about the three. Pulls it back out. Courtney Nelson in the half-court offense. 15 seconds left to shoot. Inside to Shelley, who's been unstoppable today. 2 players hit the deck. She's one of them. No foul call. Off the other way. Kanischke. Tapped by Kanischke. Last off her fingers, and the Yellow Jackets get the possession. That has Steve Steele fired up as head coach of Northwest Nazarene. Kevin Wooden fired up on the other side of the bench as we head to the media timeout with 4:42 to play. We're tied at 72 at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Don't go anywhere. We're back with the finish. Welcome back, everybody. We're tied at 72 between Montana State Billings and Northwest Nazarene. 4:42 left in this one. All sorts of players in foul trouble. Yellow Jackets trying to avoid a third straight loss. Nazarene trying to avoid a second straight. Been in the press all afternoon. That's the easiest cross-court effort that MSU Billings has had today. You know the Nighthawks are wearing down, just energy-wise, but they're not showing it, not on offense. Giese inside, Taryn Shelley. Back out to Chloe Williams, 9 on the shot clock. Chloe Williams runs into the trees and a whistle's blown against Northwest Nazarene. They're gonna call that foul, I believe, on Emma. She's not, let's see who they call that on. Shelley will take a seat for MSUB. I didn't see him announce which player that foul was called on, and they haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet. Williams, hard off the back of the rim. 4:19 left. MSUB with an 11-3 record. Northwest Nazarene 6-5, I should say. Second free throw good for Williams, and a lead back to MSUB. Who's got more gas left in the tank? We're about to find out. 73-72 Yellow Jackets at home. Pinson to Wade. They go inside. No whistle. Another shot attempt, and this time the foul is called. Claire Eubanks will go to the free throw line for a pair.
Fouls on number 30, Deanne Boyce.
That foul's on Deanne Boyce for the Yellow Jackets as Shayla Montague is set to check back in. That's Boyce's second personal foul, so she's okay. But again, several players with 4 fouls this afternoon. You foul out, you're done with 5. First shot hard off the back of the rim. This one will be for the tie. Trailing by 1, Northwest Nazarene in black. 4:05 left in the game, and we're knotted at 73. Still in the full court press. Relentless, but starting to fade. Giese across midcourt. Had Carrie-Ann Kunkel open underneath. Giese driving. Kicks it back outside to Boyce. Carrie-Ann Kunkel. Defended by Loy Wade from Havre. Boyce inside. Back out to Kunkel. 11 on the shot clock. Giese for 3. No good. A battle. A loose ball battle. They don't call any kind of a foul either way. They say the possession goes to Northwest Nazarene. Say the two players were just battling for the basketball. Nighthawks with possession. 3:40 and counting in this one. Tied at 73. Nazarene with 5 team fouls. Yellow Jackets with 4, so free throws either way. The rest of the way. Kanishki spins and scores. Cami Kanishka makes it 75-73 in favor of the Nighthawks, who remain in that full court press. Yellow Jackets just as worn out trying to beat it. They could use Taryn Shelley inside at this point. Carrie-Ann Kunkel spins and scores. We're tied again, this time at 75. Jordan Pinson. Their leading scorer is blocked. Possession of the Yellow Jackets. We're officially under 3 minutes at 2:54 and counting. Kevin Wooden calling out the play to his team. They look inside. Nelson to the basket. No good. Hits the deck with the mask on. That's how she broke her nose Thursday night. She'll go to the free throw line for 2. Let's see who this player foul is on. It's on Starr, and she's done. 5th team foul, and the first player to foul out. Check it. That was Castledine. Whistled for the foul. And here comes Taryn Shelley and Chloe Williams back into the game. Castledine now with 4 fouls. Jordan Pinson with 4. Loy Wade with 4. Same for Carrie-Ann Kunkel and Aspen Giese. Tied at 75, 2:43 to play. Courtney Nelson with the broken nose. Knocks down the first free throw. Got the second. Got the second. She was a game time decision. They didn't know whether or not they'd let her play or whether or not she'd feel good enough to play. And boy, has she been clutch in moments of this game. Taryn Shelley defending Starr, who steps back. In and out. Rebound Shelley off to Courtney Nelson. And she'll bring it up with Pinson guarding. Chloe Williams over the timeline. 2:20 to play. Yellow Jackets with a 2-point lead. Look inside again. Taryn Shelley's been unstoppable in the paint. Finally rolls out. Possession to the Nighthawks. Here we go the other way, and they like to run. Both teams approaching 80 points. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Shelley, who didn't even have to jump. Deanne Boyce gets it ahead to Shayla Montague, the leading 3-point shooter for MSUB. Can't get it to go. Jordan Pinson with it now. Energy has to be at a premium for both teams. Kevin Wooden ready to sub back in 2 players. Jordan Pinson setting up the offense, trailing by 2 for Northwest Nazarene. Inside, basket rejected, but the foul called on Chloe Williams. I believe that'll be just her second, but it'll be 2 free throws for the Nighthawks. Boy, if you're just joining us now, well, I tell you what, we've got a duel at Shorty's house this afternoon. An absolute duel. Much like the duel in the desert at the National Finals Rodeo, this one up in Montana at Shorty's house. 77-75 MSUB. Yellow Jackets have led by as many as 11 in the first half. You can see it. You can see the energy level at the free throw line fading for Northwest Nazarene. The Nighthawks have led by 4 at times. But these free throws coming up short and likely a byproduct of that full court press they've been in all afternoon. It's a 1-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Courtney Nelson into traffic, gets it across to Montague. Deani Boyce. Yellow Jackets will set it up. They have no reason to hurry, leading by 1. Under 1:20 to play. Approaching 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Courtney Nelson with it. Had Kunkel open on the left side. Goes to the basket. There's Kunkel. Tips it on a rebound, and a foul's called. Let's see what they say when we sort it out here. Looks like it's against the Yellow Jackets. Foul's going to be on Carrie-Ann Kunkel, and I believe that's her 5th. She sits down, does Kunkel, and free throws coming for Northwest Nazarene. The good news for MSU Billings, Taryn Shelley back into the game. Shelley's got 12 points, but she's got 8 here in the fourth quarter. Her first start of the season after sitting out with a broken foot. That first free throw good there, and we're tied at 77. Second free throw up and good. 1:06 to play, lead back to Northwest Nazarene. 78-77 here at Altero's Gymnasium. It has been punch, counter punch all afternoon. Nazarene has not left the full court press. More of it here. Courtney Nelson. Defended by Castledine. You can see it's just wear and tear. Tipped away. And they call the jump ball. Possession's going to go to MSU Billings. But as tired as the Nighthawks may be, having played that full court press all day, they're still at it, and it's still effective. Now they reverse the call, change it to a 10-second violation. And Kevin Wooden is furious. 54 seconds to play in this game. Now the discussion between the two officials. One seems to think, hey, the ball was tipped, so it was across midcourt, but it was tipped. And the ball, I believe, did cross midcourt before it was tipped away. We're going to find out. One insists that it was not. The other says it was. And the one in position, or who had the position, is going to win the argument. They don't go to the replay. They don't even look at it. I don't know if it's reviewable. All right, so the decision's been made. The Nighthawks control it. Oh, and it's thrown away at midcourt. Courtney Nelson with it. Yellow Jackets with a chance for the lead. Nelson. No good, off the mark. Oh, a golden opportunity for the Yellow Jackets, but Courtney Nelson with the steal nonetheless, and here she is defending Pinson. Jordan Pinson with 14 points, and Steve Steele wants a timeout for his team, leading by 1 with 36.7 seconds left. 78-77, Northwest Nazarene over MSUB. We're back with the finish. All right, here we go. The final 36.7 seconds between Northwest Nazarene and Montana State Billings. Nazarene in black, inbounding. 19 on the shot clock and counting. They'll be in no hurry. Nelson playing defense on Kanishka. Underneath, Castledine. Fans wanted the travel. She throws it up. It's off the mark and rebounded by the Yellow Jackets. Kevin Wooden takes a timeout with 18.9 to play. And his team trailing by 1. Taryn Shelley now checks back into the game. She's been their offense here in the fourth quarter. Shelley with 12 points, but many of them doing damage in this fourth to keep MSU Billings in it. Second half of a doubleheader. Yellow Jacket men took the opener. 54-48 over Northwest Nazarene's men. The Yellow Jacket men now 4-0 in conference play, 10-4 overall. Kevin Wooden's women 11-3, trying to run their conference mark to 3-1. They only lost Thursday night by double digits to Central Washington, a dynamite Central Washington team. You just have the you have the feeling that they're going to dial it up to go inside to Taryn Shelley somehow for a layup and a foul call, whatever they can get, but they can certainly play for the last shot. Will he choose to do that, Kevin Wooden? Will he try to get something off a little sooner in case the ball doesn't fall, so they can get a second shot at it? This one's been a dandy all afternoon, an absolute duel at short. Deani Boyce with a chance to tie or give MSU Billings the lead if she can hit both. Substitutions both ways, several players on each team in foul trouble. Carrie Ann Kunkel's already fouled out for MSU Billings. Boyce, first shot, up and good. Tied at 78. Now for the lead. MSU Billings 79-78 as Northwest Nazarene coach Steve Steele takes a timeout. His team with the basketball, 13.8 to play. All right, welcome back out of the break. 13.8 seconds left to play at Alterowitz Gymnasium. MSU Billings leading 79-78 after two Deani Boyce free throws. Here's the irony. Boyce 0 for 8 on field goal attempts this afternoon. 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Kevin Wooden with a question at midcourt as the Nighthawks inbound in front of their own bench. There it is, Jordan Pinson, the team's leading scorer. We're under 10 seconds to play. Nighthawks trailing by 1. They're going to go with Pinson. Baseline, spin move, layup's good. 5 seconds left, and what a twisting layup for Jordan Pinson, giving the Nighthawks a 1-point lead. It's been punch, counter punch all afternoon. Kevin Wooden takes a timeout. Plenty of time left. 5.3. Yellow Jackets will inbound in front of their own bench. You can bet they'll look for Taryn Shelley again inside. 1-point game, and you can hear a pin drop in here at the moment. Now they've cranked up some music, but boy, as I said a moment ago, Deani Boyce, who briefly gave MSUB the lead with 2 free throws, 0 of 8 from the free throw line today. I should say from the field today, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. The other way, Jordan Pinson with a great afternoon, 6 of 14 field goal shooting, 3 of 4 free throws. She's got 16 points, but Cami Kanishka leads the Nighthawks with 17. So here we go, the moment of truth. Kevin Wooden with some final instructions for his team, trailing by 1. 5.3 seconds left. Shayla Montague to inbound. Taryn Shelley likely going to be the target inside. Starts up top. Boyce has it. Loses it. Back to Aspen Giese. 3 at the buzzer, and it's no good. It's no good. Northwest Nazarene holds on, escaping with an 80-79 win here at Alterowitz Gymnasium on New Year's Eve. Tough loss for the Yellow Jackets. That makes it 3 in a row for them after starting 10-1 this season. The Nighthawks improve to 6-6. Again, a terrific afternoon of basketball. MSU Billings led by as many as 11, loses by 1 at the buzzer. Northwest Nazarene's largest lead today, just 4 points, but the Nighthawks get it done on New Year's Eve. That'll do it from Alterowitz Gymnasium. Once again, Northwest Nazarene women 80, MSU Billings 79. Have a safe and happy New Year, everybody.